So hello everyone, this is Mano, and in this video I wanted to talk about a handheld that has stirred up plenty of controversy. That's how it's called, right? Controversy. And when it was launched, it has several issues, and I want to talk about my experience with the RG Cube. I have it also in the box here. The story about my RG Cube. Well, I was fascinated. I was always fascinated even by the LG Wing. If anyone knows that handheld, it's which is pretty much a smartphone, an LG smartphone inside the handheld casing, and then you use a internal Bluetooth controller to control the smartphone. And then there was the ZPG-A1 Unicorn. I thought this was awesome as well. The thing was, I wanted to have a handheld that can play DS and 3DS games well, and where you don't have to mess with the two screens. It gets weird when you have to then stack them side by side, or have one screen and you have to push a button to switch in between them. This is just so annoying. And the thing is, because I don't know if anyone agrees with me on that, because one of my favorite DS handhelds and 3DS handhelds is actually the blocky weirdo 2DS. Guys, in my opinion, this handheld is so great. I wish it would have had more horsepower and a second stick. Then, to be honest, it would be the best 3DS handheld in my opinion. That's why I was so excited to get the RG Cube, because it's pretty much that. It's a compact, technically 2DS, because it has the square screen, which is so unique, and also gets kind of weird. It looked at weirdly from people, where it's oh, what's this? This is kind of weird. But when I first hold it in my hands, so ergonomic. There's so many reviews about it. I don't want to review this. I just want to talk about my experience with this handheld, because there were some pretty severe hiccups with Anbernic, of course QA, quality assurance, because there was just some problems. Okay, so what was the problems? I got my handheld on the very day it released. I remember it was a Friday or Saturday when it was launched, and you can just immediately get order the RG Cube, because I was so excited. I did that. Normally I wouldn't do that, right? I would just wait, maybe even wait until custom firmware comes out, but I was so excited. I just wanted to have it, and I thought, okay, this is going to be so awesome. Then I received it. I received it, and everything was perfect. I checked everything. I checked the screen. Everything worked fine. But and there was also no light bleed. I was so happy, because there was no light bleed. And also there's this other guy on YouTube, Jacek Yusrin. Shout out to you, man. He had this unfortunate unit which had no backlight at all, and I was so afraid that if I receive my RG Cube, that maybe something will happen. I was so afraid. I was like, oh no, okay, what's going to happen? So everything was fine. Everything was great. Kind of tinkered with it. Not even that much tinkered with it. I just checked out how it feels, how it looks, and then everything was fine. The thing is, I received it on in the middle of the week. I work from home, so when the post delivery guy came, I was actually working, and then I received my unit, and then just had a quick look at it. put it all back into the case, original case, into the not this case, but you know, the package, you know, the box, the original box it came with. Put everything inside, and then just kept it there. And it was a Wednesday, and I kept it there until the weekend. Okay. And nothing happened. I just put everything back neatly inside the box. Okay, I'm gonna quickly get the box, because it's actually important for what I'm going to tell you, because there is some stuff that might be interesting. So then on the weekend, I in between, I hadn't touched the console at all, right? Never, nada. Okay, and then on the weekend, I tried out the handheld again, and then to my surprise, something really strange happened. I was starting up the handheld like normally, here on the button, and then a boot loop happened. I'm going to, I filmed that, no worries. I'm going to play in the footage right now, because I also filmed it as an evidence for Anbernic, so they know, okay, there's something really wrong. I'm just not telling something, making something up. And then, yeah, a boot loop happened. It just went on and on and on, and it showed the Anbernic screen, and then turned itself off. The vibrating again started, and then it continued to loop. I don't know how. At some point, I just tried pushing buttons and something, and somehow, at some point, I got a unit to boot into the home screen again, and I thought, oh, thank God, maybe this was just a one-off, maybe just a minor glitch, something. I thought it would be fine, but it was not. It was definitely not, because the touch function did not work again. Okay. The touch function, I was on the lock screen. I tried touching and unlocking it by via touch, did not work. Luckily, I think if you press any of the face buttons, or maybe it was start or something, I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I also have footage of that, video footage, and yeah, I just couldn't use the touch function of the screen. So even if I swipe, I had also always used the buttons, which is actually not that much of a problem. But considering I wanted to play Nintendo DS, which of course, and 3DS, which of course use touch functions in some games I'd like to play, at least a little bit, this was pretty annoying. And also for example in Citra, when I go to the Citra emulator, I can't select a game with the buttons. You have to do it via touchscreen. At least that was it for me. And this was, yeah, so I got really annoyed, and I thought, oh man, okay, maybe if I reboot the system, maybe it kind of repairs itself. You know, sometimes technology works that way. If you go to a customer service and they say, yeah, have you tried rebooting it again? You know, that kind of stuff. Okay, and then I thought, okay, maybe I try that. Then it reboots again, boot loop. Same thing as in the very beginning, boot loop again. Really annoying, and this time I couldn't get. I tried to get back into the home screen again, lock screen, with some. I didn't know what I did in the first time, so I couldn't really replicate it, and I was so frustrated. So to kind of find a hard shut it, to make a hard shutdown, I opened it up from the back and unscrewed the battery. So, unscrewed the battery, I unplugged the battery, because it has this, is it called JJC cable plug? I don't know. Anyways, I won't disassemble my unit now, because I don't want to anymore. So, thing is, of course, I recorded footage of that as a proof, and then I messaged Anbernic saying, okay, hey, this is the problem here, this is not working properly, and this is how it looks. Here are the videos as a proof. I also sent the videos, so they can review them. And after like 1 or 2 days, I got a message from Anbernic from the customer service saying, okay, this is really unfortunate, sorry about that. This is most likely because the touch function of your screen is faulty, broken, whatever. And what we can do is we will send you a replacement unit, pretty much of the whole front part, not the buttons, but pretty much the same thing as people with light bleed issues. They just got sent a new front part, and if I'm okay with that, I have to replace it on my own. And I thought, yeah, you know what, of course, a refund would have been nice, maybe because I bought it from Anbernic. Maybe I would have tried another customer, online seller. I bought it from the Anbernic site, from their own homepage. So yeah, I thought, yeah, maybe this would have been nice to buy it from another seller. And then, but then I thought, you know what? Okay, what am I going to do with the old unit if the new one works and the old one doesn't? What am I going to do with the old unit? Try to sell it for okay. This always also annoying, you know, if selling faulty handhelds, because you have to sell them for not much money. You don't get your money back and stuff. So I thought, okay, maybe you know what? Let me just send me a new front piece with a display, and I will do the replacement on my own. And then after it didn't took too long, like around a week, I got the replacement unit. And then so I got the replacement unit, which was which came in a package like this. You know, this stuff. So basically bubble wrap and in this thingy, wrapped in here, there's a replacement unit. So basically here's the old screen. I already did the swap. I must say, so basically I didn't even get a tutorial from Anbernic. I thought they would send me like something like a disassembly and assembly tutorial. I did not. There was like only one guy on YouTube who did a disassembly footage video, and it was like in fast forward, really fast. So kind of helpful, but not really too much. The thing is, I have experience in disassembling, customizing, and kind a bit repairing handhelds myself. Back in a few years ago, when Nintendo DS and Nintendo DSi consoles weren't that expensive. But you know, like years ago, like maybe like 2016, 2017. You know, that's crazy. There was crazy times. eBay was different back then because there was still like direct money transfer as payment, because now everything is like through eBay themselves and you can always pay via PayPal. But back then it was a different story, and you could get so many cheap stuff. Like I got like Nintendo DSi's for like €5. They said, like they had like minor issues, like LNR buttons not working. So basically, back then it was Wild West, guys. You could get so many nice handhelds with like minor faults, and then no one would buy them because they thought, okay, this is faulty. But now, because now everything is on the internet, everyone is an expert now. It's just not the same. So basically everything. So I have some experience disassembling stuff. So I felt kind of confident, and also with the video of this one guy who did everything in fast forward, I was thinking, yeah, you know what, I can do this. And it's, to be honest, it's very straightforward. If you have, of course, to be a bit delicate with it, because there are ribbon cables for the controls, and of course for the screen, and also with the screws you have to be delicate. If you have some nice fingertip feeling, in German we say Fingerspitzengefühl, I don't know how to say this in English. It's literally translated to fingertip feeling. If you're delicate with that, you can totally do this. You have to don't be too scared, but just don't don't rip anything. And also, I my suggestion, if when you disassembly stuff, because you have to work from the back, this piece is really great because you can just put your handheld on it and then you can start. You don't, because if you don't, you of course you press your handheld down, you might scratch it or just break it, I don't know. And then use this cover thing the always provide, and then you can just unscrew everything. I don't want to get into the whole process because that's because I'm fine. So basically, okay, so, and then this is the new screen, this is the new unit. I don't even have, on the old screen I had the provided, Anbernic provided the glass screen protector. For this one I don't have a screen protector for the new one because it's already on the old case and I don't want to take it off because it might cause issues and stuff, and and I don't really want to reuse a screen protector. That's why I have this like factory seal protector still on. You can see with the leash thingy. Okay, and now let's take a look. Oh man, this would be so bad after all this talking if it would go to the boot loop and everything everything would be bad. I would probably not release this video. If this happens, I would be like, oh shoot. Okay, but as you can see, we are in. I changed, of course, guys, I changed the screen to the Black Swordsman himself. Yeah, Guts from Berserk. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, of course, and everything works fine. Now, everything is fine. Yeah, but what I noticed, this screen is totally awesome. But what I noticed, I will show some. I will blend it in. I don't want to tinker around with it right now too much. I don't know if you can even see it here. On the left side, it has light bleed, but to me, this is much better than a not working screen. I'm totally fine. Even if it had light bleed all around, this wouldn't have been too bad for me. Maybe it's even my fault. Maybe tightening the screws a bit too much. I don't know. To be honest, I don't believe so. Maybe this would be an issue from the top because this is where the fan and the CPU is stuff and all the stuff. On the side, it's actually unlikely. It's probably a screen issue. But to me, this is, not an issue. I don't even believe. I don't really understand the light bleed gate. I'm just happy that it's just on my unit minimal. If it was extreme, I wouldn't even. Yeah. Okay. I mean, of course, for the price, you kind of expect to have a good functioning unit, but I'm just happy that everything is fine. I did not mess up any of the controls. It was what. Okay, to be honest, when I assembled, when I swapped out, replaced the screen, the front unit, and put everything together, I forgot to take over these two buttons. That was kind of embarrassing. It was kind of dumb, but yeah. But this is guys, really, if you have light bleed issues, I won't make a tutorial on that. I do not want to make a tutorial on that. But if you have a delicate, if you're pretty delicate with it, you can't really destroy your unit this easily. If you really have to, of course, I avoid disassembling my handhelds as much as possible. There was a time, back then, when I was tinkering much, where I was thought, yeah. This is always cool, but yeah, everything works fine. I don't know if you guys have the same feeling, but for me, the right stick is much stiffer than the left one. And I know they're snappy and all this stuff, but right now I'm just happy that my unit works again, thanks to Anbernic. Of course, I mean, it was kind of weird that the touch function wasn't working in the first place, but thanks to Anbernic for, correcting it, kinda. And it works again, which I'm really happy. And yeah, so that's actually everything I wanted to talk about. My experience with Anbernic's customer service. Yeah, because it's fun. No, actually, it's not fun. Of course, I was devastated. I was really frustrated. I was anxious that maybe I just would have spent so much money on a dead unit and stuff. Yeah, and if you're wondering, why is the boot loop and why is the what has it to do with the boot loop with the touchscreen? So I'm not an expert. I just know the experience from stuff I did before. What I think is if when you start up your system, it runs through every part of your controls and all functions. For example, when you boot it up, everything it asks, like every section of the unit. Okay, are you running fine? Are you running fine? That's why it kind of takes long to boot up. And then the thing is, when the touch function wasn't really working, this caused an error in the boot up, saying, okay, hey, touch function, are you working? Then it got no signal from the touch function. It was kind of like, okay, you know what? Try again, boot up again. I think this is kind of how this works. But of course, to be honest, maybe I'm just talking nonsense. I don't know. But yeah. But this is kind of my explanation why the boot up, the touchscreen malfunction caused the boot loop and stuff. Yep. And I don't know. And then I thought maybe I should have waited for Gamma OS. But of course, this wasn't. The screen replacement. This was an hardware issue. So actually, a new OS wouldn't have really helped technically. But yeah, overall, I'm so happy. Really happy. This works now. And I can enjoy 3DS games. Guys, 3DS games and also NDS games. As I said before, this is, in my opinion, the successor to the 2DS. The 2DS, if Nintendo brings out a 2DS version 2, because new 2DS is something else. Like, again, brick style, two analog sticks, two shoulder buttons, a bit more horsepower, like the horsepower of the new 3DS guys. This would have been perfect, but until then, RG Cube, man, this is just nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. That's everything I wanted to share. Yeah, just guys, when you're disassembling your unit because you got light bleed or I don't know, screen replacement, use this, put your device on top, and then you save yourself some headache. You can go like this and then screw, change, flip, choppy-doop, choppy-dee, papa-bing, baba-bam, shia, kazam, boom. Yep, okay, that's it. Bye.